It wasn't the soul. When I realized it wasn't the soul leaving his body, it was his fighting spirit. He realized how much he wasn't willing to sacrifice. That line that you draw in the sand, and you must stay tuned to listen to this because a valid point is about to be made. That line you draw in the sand separates you from talent, separates you, athleticism, excuse my French, heart, will, and chin. That day that he fought Marcos Chino Maidana, the night of that fight, he answered a question that he's still searching for. But if you go back to that fight, he answered a question that most fighters have answered early in their career, especially around their first loss. What will you give to become great? What he was not willing to do to become great. It didn't have anything to do with talent. It didn't have anything to do with athleticism. It was something deep down inside of his heart that he was not willing to sacrifice, which is his future wellness. That's where Victor Ortiz drew the line. I will do everything it takes to become known, to become one of the fighters mentioned in this era. But separating that from becoming great is a different ball game. The same thing lends itself to Lamont Peterson. He has the talent. He has the work ethic. He has the fighter's mentality and that ring cachet. The things that you bring to the table that make you a known fighter. A fighter that would be mentioned in this era. But a year and a half to 2 years ago, a question was answered with Lamont Peterson. And the answer is, I'm not willing to take it on the chin and sacrifice my life and my wellness. Because the moment he landed on the canvas against Lucas Matisse, his fighter's prowess was diminished in that ring. Did he quit? He didn't quit, but he wasn't going to argue about the fight being stopped. There's a shadow left for Lamont Peterson to decide. Is he willing to take it on the chin and survive that moment once again? If he goes down, will he look the referee in the eye and show that he wants it? The second knockdown that he took with Lucas Matisse was test number 2 of that night. But he had one the night that he fought Victor Ortiz because he went down hard and he got up and he won every round besides that. Victor Ortiz has power. Strong kid, athletic, gifted. Regardless of what he's turning out to be as far as whatever his ranking is, at that point in time, the questions have not been raised about him to the point that they are now. He was in there against a bull, and so was Floyd Mayweather when he fought Victor Ortiz. So rewind the clock back to that day and time, and don't think of the Victor Ortiz that you think of right now. You think of the guy that you didn't know would quit in a fight, and see him train and see him come. He stopped by Lopez, but Lopez had to earn it. These points that I'm making will answer the questions on Saturday night in New York City. Premier Boxing Champions, which Master Boxing will be in attendance, and we are in the building. Lamont Peterson had that same thing when he was coming up. The cameras were following him. And he proved that there is a small demon in his mind. Danny Garcia, however, took that same situation, came out against Amir King Khan, which they had given Amir Khan loads of confidence going into that fight that Danny Garcia truly didn't belong in the ring, only because you beat an over-the-hill Eric Morales, which is just talk, because Eric Morales is the real deal. It doesn't matter. When you have the boxing skill set that Eric Morales has, trust me, there is no over the hill. You can have a bad night, but he came to fight when he fought Danny Garcia, because Eric Morales would have beat anybody else that night. So, when Danny had the opportunity to win in the moment where most people will decide to quit, or are you searching for greatness? He gets over that hurdle. He gets in the ring with Amir Khan, as I was speaking of a second ago. And when he gets in the ring with Amir Khan, the tests and the questions begin to be answered. Do I want to be great? Can I overcome? Do I have the chin? Am I athletic enough to deal with this guy's onslaught? He's coming at me with everything he got. The fact of the matter is, he answered the questions. And then not only did he answer the questions when Amir Khan came out with that onslaught, that offensive arsenal, he took him out before the 6th round. He banished him and continuously punished him the rest of the round. When he dropped him, he continuously stayed on him. It didn't allow fatigue to settle in. He overcame it. He made the decision. He answered the questions. And then the fight moved on with the Lucas Matisse. And not only did he fight against all odds once again, the boxing community was rooting against him. And at the same time, those who were Lucas Matisse fans felt that Danny Garcia had no chance. I beg to differ. I matched them up. You can go check my records. My archives speaks volumes of what my commentating is about. My fight breakdowns are about. My IQ and my ring cachet and knowledge of fighters and knowledge of the fight game. The record is on the channel. You can go back and check it. What I said, I won't even repeat it. Do your own work. You know their names. Danny Garcia, Lucas Matisse. Sometimes I have to stay in the middle because I don't like people to rant and rave about nothing, because I know the sport and it's not really fun talking to people who are not really knowledgeable or don't understand the game from the inside out. Well, I do. So those conversations aren't interesting to me to even exercise. So I kind of stay in the middle so I don't have to worry about that. But when it's all said and done, Danny Garcia answered the question. Not only did he decide that he wanted to be a champion that night, he decided that he was willing to do whatever it took inside the fight, regardless of what he would feel post-fight, which he was on the record saying he pissed blood for a month after fighting against the hard-hitting, skilled Lucas Matisse. Not just a puncher, but he can fight. Think about that. You have to make your decision. You have to make your mind up. Are you willing to be great? And the genesis of this post was about who is willing to be great. Will Lamont Peterson rewind that clock and undo that necessary evil when he laid down against Lucas Matisse in that second round? I don't see Danny Garcia ever deciding that early in the fight that he's not going to get up and ball with this guy until the wheels fall off. And a lot of it has to do with who's in his corner, which is his father. You think about that. When you match Danny Garcia against Lamont Peterson, they're so evenly matched when it comes down to how gritty they are. The body punching attack. The fact that when Danny Garcia is raking to the body, he reminds me of Sugar Ray Robinson, because Sugar Ray Robinson used to rake 4 to the body and then bring him up to the head. Danny Garcia did that a lot of times against Lucas Matisse to take the steam off those punches. If you don't know that, go back and look at it. You got YouTube, and I'm a YouTuber. This is small facts to help you come to a conclusion, even a betting line on the fight that's happening Saturday night. Who is searching for greatness? It eliminates all that pre-fight talk. If you're going out to the fight, I'll see you Saturday night. And be sure to approach when you see that symbol on the attire. My name is Eric Bradley. You know me as Master Boxing. And I thank you guys for watching, because this is where we break the fight world down, round by round. See you Saturday night. Who's willing to be great? Shake your hands at the fight. Peace.